And yeah, this is the part that get me, right? Wow. I still get emotional as I think about it.
Mm-hmm.
It was May 24th, um, 2009. Um, my brother, my older brother, I fell asleep May 24th, 2009.
Mm-hmm.
I fell asleep and in my dream, my brother knocked on the door and I opened the door
Mm-hmm.
and my brother told me, he said, Nick, God gave me the picture of the devil.
Mm.
And I said, what you mean he gave you the picture of the devil? He said, look, I got the picture right here. I could show it to you. And then I was looking at this picture that he was showing me, but it was 3D and it was moving. It was like a black spirit moving inside of it. You could see the world. And then he was laughing. The devil, he said, yeah, the devil is laughing at everybody in the world because they're not obeying God.
Mm.
So as my brother is showing this to me in the dream, he's telling me this. I was like, no way, that's crazy. And then my brother, he said, Nick, if you want anything from God, you could ask him, right? And I said, well, I don't know how to contact God. I don't know. He said, well, here's the number and you could call God.
Mm.
And then he gave me the number. And then when he put the number in my hand, I looked at the number and I said, I don't know. I don't know. I looked at the number. I said, you know what? I'm going to call it because I'm going to ask God anyway. So I called the number. And then when I called the number, it said, thank you for calling heaven. How may I help you?
Mm.
I said, what? She said, yeah, thank you for calling heaven. How may I help you? And immediately when I spoke, I was in my living room space in my living room when my brother gave me
Mm-hmm.
the phone number. Immediately, my body, spirit, soul went straight up.
Wow.
And then
Mm.
when I'm in this place, I remember after opening my mouth, it was a place was all white. It was all white.
Mercy.
And I remember being in this place in my dream that's all white. I remember looking down because the presence was so pure. I looked down and then it was a voice like thunder.
Mercy.
He called me by my full name. He said, Nixon. He said, my last name is
Mm.
Vane. What do you want?
Mm.
And I started crying before him. I said, Father, I want money. He said, no. He said, no. He said, I could give you anything in this world, but you must first obey my son Jesus.
Mercy.
I tell you, this happened many years ago, and I still get emotional. And God, the Father, with his thunderous voice, told me, Nixon, whatever you want, I could give it to you. He said, if you want a family, I'll give it to you. If you want a career, I could give it to you. He said, Nick, I could give you anything you want. Just obey my son. He said, but when you obey my son, what I want you to do, the first thing I want you to do, obey my son. And you need to go tell your family about me.
Mm.
After you tell your family, go tell the world. And I said, Father, I'm gonna do that.
Amen.
I told God, I said, that's what I'm gonna do, God. I said, that's what I'm gonna do. And he said, okay, now go back. And I was in a place that was all white and it shot back down in the living room. My body shot back down in the living room. And then my brother was there, my older brother, my cousin was there, my little sister was there in my dream. And I said, hey, y'all, God just spoke to me. He told me to tell y'all to obey his son Jesus. But he said he's gonna bless us. I'm telling them that. I said, all them looking at me like crazy. I
And
said,
that's in the
this
dream?
was in the dream. I said, look, because He told me everything that he's gonna do for us and the family. And then my sister in my dream was texting. And I say, sis, you gotta listen to me. You're getting distracted. Cause she was like this little girl just texting. And then one of my cousins had 2 bags of money. He said, man, I ain't trying to hear about that. And he left the house. And then my older brother's like, come on, man, Nick, man, come on, like, really? And then I looked at my family and I said, look, I don't know about y'all, but I'm changing my life.
Amen.
I'm changing my life. So I kept saying that in my dream. And I woke up in real life saying that I'm going to change my life.